is Patriot Place, EA Sports, set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Indianapolis Colts. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Come on, fellas.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Allen now looks to throw. Room past the 20. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Etienne. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this off to ETN. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early. A definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
ETN is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. On 3rd down, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage. Allen now on first down. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 16, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to do anything he could to get. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score.
Travis Etienne
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second down, another run with Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to the ground with Etienne. And a stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Travis Etienne on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 28-0. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he's got room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jacob Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll run here with Etienne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Play action. Now Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offense.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
19 yards. That's good for Patriots. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
First down, Colts.
Jackson now. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To the air, Allen. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Now Allen. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's a give to ETN. A first down and more, ETN. And he'll be taken down at the 26. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this off to ETN. He spins free. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's ETN. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Allen going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his target, Harris. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man complete. It's Taylor.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Colts 21. Michael Dixon set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Allen now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And again, it's Allen. And he's got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Taylor's got the 1st down and more.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jacob Harris with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So Allen's going to look to throw.
That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
He's got Jordan complete right side.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.